up the camp. So he's got a little bit more farm to get to. And he actually gets the salve cancelled about 75% of the way through it.
Yeah, he got the most out of it, though. It's all right. He has 2 bottle charges remaining. Puck coming back after taking the top rune.
Crystal Maiden's actually rotating into mid. Now, the Dire have no vision of this. The Dire only have 1 Observer Ward up, and it's watching the entrance to Roshan.
Such a hard kill. Only if he uses aggressive Illusory Orb can you do something here, but he might do that. Maybe.
Well, that's if Mushy puts himself in position for it. He looks like he is. And the
He
creep
won't.
wave's coming in, and now the move from Kerchik. Maybe he still doesn't see him. This is nighttime vision. That's why CM can get so close.
Yeah, but he has to back off. The only chance they have to kill him is if he's really far out and uses a farming Illusory Orb, so that he can't escape.
Yeah, so what does Kerchik do in the meantime? Farm up a big centaur. She's Crystal Maiden. It's so easy to farm in the jungle. Johnny, shards on bottom lane. Zhao wait. The tombstone has to be committed by Johnny. And maybe with Yao, there's no...
They're just going to walk straight back and they'll be fine. But still, though, nice disjoint there.
I'm actually liking the way this works. Middle lane, Mushy, low on life. That was your AWP, and in fact, snowball in. Mushy's got to jump away, and he is away from Yao, but not far enough. The Tuskar shards will do the work. Ohio comes into this mid lane too. There's still phase shift available, and Crystal Maiden on the run out of here. The Sprout controlling Yao, but he'll cut his way through. Maybe dodging with phase shift. 2 attacks from the tower, keeping himself up enough that he can jump in, taking out the Crystal Maiden. And LGD once again. Well, they mirror their performance in Game 1 with the first 2 kills going their way.
Yeah, amazing play there, and Yao also getting so much gold here on his offlane Tusk, because he was farming well on bottom, and now also landing a gank that worked out, giving 1 kill towards the puck and 1 towards himself. Getting the first spot on Mushi there.
I was actually about to say that Fnatic are doing a nice job at the start. like the bottom lane, it's not that bad. Like they're moving Johnny into more of this core position. They actually pushed Ohio into the jungle so they can get multiple farm from the lanes, and it was working nicely. Even the Gyrocopter still getting really good farm on top lane, even if Sylar is catching up and in fact now ahead of him in CS.
Yeah.
Everything was still fairly well balanced until that fight.
Fairly well, but as you said, Sylar, his CS is looking really high, especially as they sent up the Gyrocopter there to contest in the beginning. They haven't been able to hold down Sylar's farm, and he is a terrifying player when he starts getting this kind of level of farm on AM.
I'd be terrified of all of LGD right now. Like, any mage having farm to get to a Battle Fury, but the other 4 in a position where Puck, like, that Blink Deck is not going to be delayed in this game. It should be the average timing. Yao's even in a position where he can be overly aggressive in lanes, and Zhao 8, they gave him a lot of space in the bottom lane while they were roaming ganking, so he is rapidly approaching level 6. You bring Laguna Blade on, especially when you get a shard trap like that over on Johnny. There's so much kill potential from LGD that Fnatic don't have space to just keep farming.
There truly is. And he might go for mana boots as well here on Zhao 8. He could go in and just buy it, or maybe he will go for something else. We see some...
It's the Observer Ward watching Yao moving towards Mushi. And when that happens, Johnny actually moves towards top. Okay, so this is the moment where you can start to exploit the Nature's Prophet. He hits level 6, so he got Wrath of Nature. His TP's on cooldown for 16 seconds, so he's not going to be able to just jump into this top lane for a fight. But they get a Frostbite and MMY, trigger the Wrath of Nature if they need to. And in fact, Shallow Grave, MMY, going to go all the way back to base. The Wrath of Nature will connect, but it's all too late. MMY will survive.
Yeah, too bad on the Frostbite there. Can't really use it like that. Sylar should be fine here. He can just blink, but... maybe they can mind game him.
They can actually summon a whole bunch of trees and just take towers now.
Yep. This is the power of Fnatic's lineup. Having the Nature's Prophet, they can take the towers like this. So it's a question of what can LGD do during this time. They're definitely going to lose tier 1.
Well, they can just push the tier 1 tower on bottom lane. Like, you Light Strike Array enslave the creep wave, or in this case just shard it as well. But you've got 2 arcane boosts on both Zhao 8 as well as Yao. So that tier 1 tower, like the creep wave, just gets destroyed instantly. Now Mushi, he's waiting for his teammates, and it's going to jump up. Waited perfectly. Yao gets inside the snowball, stuns over on Mushi, but the call down from KYXY, they chase up even further onto Zhao 8. MMY, the Shallow Grave once again. You do have maybe coming in. Dream Call. Mushi's got enough for just one more jump, but then again he's silenced. He can't do anything else. So an attack up, finding the kill over on the captain of LGD, but KYXY also not in a comfortable position.
Maybe with the haste rune, he might want to go for this.
He's got to hide under the bottom lane. He actually buys everything. He's got KOXY.
They're pinging him. They know where he is.
Yeah, I think KOXY knows he's dead.
He's not going to try and go for it. Undying TPing in here. They're not going to risk it. Well, Mushi did get 2 kills there with his DD rune, though, before dying. So, yes, he died to a puck, but that's still pretty fine for him. He gained some gold.
It was actually Puck who got the kill first, so the experiences went to his teammates that were there, not to himself. maybe moving over. They found Ohio. The shards, it's going to block him in perfectly. Follow-up snowball, attempted TP, but that is exactly the word, attempted. It does not succeed. While on bottom lane, they're about to go again. MMY, oh no, MMY and Xiao Wei, they back up at the right time.
They need a storm to catch and initiate these fights, so very difficult to just start the fight with Undying and CM there.
Yeah, but Mushi's going to move into his own jungle.
Yep.
He wants to try and farm up his own jungle before LGD come in and take it all.
But look at the top pressure now as well. Anti-Mage is just like, oh, you guys forgot about me? I'm just still farming. Still doing fine over here. Yeah. Nature's Prophet will come up top and defend this, taking the farm. He has a Midas now as well on Ohio.
It really is a plan for late game, but Puck's already got the counter item for the Nature's Prophet. He's got the Blink Dagger in 6 gold. That's all he needs.
Yeah, and that's just a great tool overall, because against the Storm, against the Crystal Maiden Freezing Field, you can do so much work here, just cancelling any of them. Having the Silence and the Stun available. Puck, really versatile here now. And
LGD have to try and find... Fnatic have to find a way to keep LGD on the back foot, or at least roaming around a lot and finding no kills for their roam. I think it's the only way Fnatic can get themselves back into this game, or they can just man it. And that looks to be the case. LGD are going to smoke behind their Tier 1 tower. The Fnatic already smoked up, ready to come in. So they're going to try and break the smoke. Going behind them, they jump on Mushi. Be there, and they trap him in. Mushi just needs to jump away to cancel this, and now KOXY in with a cooldown. Turn on the flag cannon, the damage is huge. Maybe it's being attacked by Mushi, while Xiao Wei, the Shallow Grave, will not let him survive. They get 3 hero kills. MMY and Sala come in. Mushi! Barely alive! It was the Mana Void from Sala for the Rocket Barrage from KOXY. They'll still finish up Sylar. Johnny is man with a triple kill. The Tombstone's been up the entire time. The Treants, they're actually holding up Ohio, but no, they're holding up MMY. He gets back behind the tower. Ohio lost control of him. And,
beautiful though by Fnatic. They only lost 2 there, and they got 4 kills over on LGD. What a strong fight. They got 1,800 gold from that. I must say, the fact that Storm lived from the first initiation was part of a misplay from LGD. They used a Tuskar punch on a creep before, so he had cooldown on it. He couldn't kill the Storm.
That is what Fnatic wanted. I thought it was going to be through split push. Fnatic had different ideas about it all.
Yeah.
And the failed gank, they caught LGD with their shoes tied.
Definitely 6 for 6 now, and now Fnatic looking like they can actually take some pressure here. This is important against an Anti-Mage. Starting to invade the enemy jungle is super important, so getting a Tier 1 mid is the first objective here. They
want to keep going. Second objective is to kill them all over again. 3-man smoke, maybe he's in the neighborhood. They don't have a silence, however. But they do have Mushi for his control, maybe force out the phase shift from maybe early on. MMY on his way in, and there they go. Nova to start with. There's your phase shift. They do have the frostbite, but it'll orb away to safety, and then the Sprout. They drag back MMY. While maybe might be low and healing up, they still take the tower. They get the objective.
Yeah, that's a good rotation again by Fnatic. They're really moving into this 5-manning very well. Again, using the Gyrocopter as much as they can. Such a strong hero. Despite dying in the last fight, he had huge impact.
We still have to keep perspective of the rest of the map.
Yeah.
And there is still a big guy called Sylar who's farming himself away. Now, Mushi will come up here and just say hello and force him out of the lane. But this Anti-Mage is still continuously farming.
Yeah, he definitely will be as well, but he has still not dealt that much tower damage to the Tier 1 top. He has been mostly heading into a jungle farming a lot. But he is closing up to that Battle Fury. That's when the AM really comes online.
KOXY just pushing maybe off this bottom lane. Looks like Yao's going to come down with a little bit of help from Xiao Wei. I still haven't seen a Laguna Blade kill from Xiao Wei.
Oh, and he's level almost 8 now, so they haven't been able to use that so much. Mid, in this rune, got to set up for a kill.
Yep, that's going to be MMY, this poor little Dazzle. He can Shallow Grave, but Mushi, he's just going to stay behind him and get this last attack when it finishes off. The Wrath of Nature kicked in, and that's going to be the kill. While on bottom lane, they've initiated very heavily. The Tombstone is down. They might have killed the Gyrocopter, but they're going to lose Yao in return, and this was Xiao Wei committing the Laguna Blade to find that kill.
Yeah, it was, but now immediately Fnatic gonna push. Sure, again you lost the Gyro, and this will hurt them, losing this kind of momentum on him. But Tier 1 tower gonna be pressured, and they're looking fine on the other lanes. No split push is really there.
Yep. Well, that's the beauty of Ohio. When you trigger the Wrath of Nature at the start of the fight, you're also pushing out the lanes at the same time.
Getting some TI3 flashbacks from that dude.
It's the Rat, man. But what does Ohio build into here? Like, do you try and keep the split push going? Do you feel like something like a Maelstrom push is going to do the work early on? Or do you try and find something like a Silver Edge?
I think one of the two items between Deso or Hex would have been the best items here.
Well, I like Deso.
Hex is super good against the puck and against the Anti-Mage, but Deso could bring the physical damage needed, especially as Ojaro is kind of slowing down in farm now.
But is this going to be too long to get to? Like, I know the Deso is a lot cheaper these days, and once they actually purchase, we're going to Bracer on the courier. Okay, so he's still got 1,500 gold. Okay, it's just a little bit more life for the Crystal Maiden, that's all.
CM trying to survive the fights a little bit more. But yeah, I think this could be the play.
Coming up to MMY in the middle lane, and MMY dragged back. This time he won't. Oh no, he does. It's the Shallow Grave timing again. The Wrath of Nature is still on cooldown for the moment.
Hastrun gonna run away safely there.
Yeah.
Maybe Sylar was looking to punish that, but he himself just wants to go in and farm jungle now because the full Battle Fury is delivered.
Yep. Just get back into the trees. Just keep on farming. But Nature's Prophet doing his work. Keep the lane split push out as far as he can. I'm still seeing him with 1,800 gold. Not spending anything, but they're going to come for the bottom lane. The Sprout to get the vision to start with, and then the Treant spawn. No backdoor regeneration on a tier 1 tower, and no fortification to stop this push.
Yeah.
While the rest of LGD, it's a 2-man smoke move. Mushi puts down a Remnant, so he feels like they're coming for him.
Yeah, he's aware, but is he going to be disciplined about this? He won't back in. He won't go in there.
The problem is LGD don't know exactly where he is.
Yep.
The observer wards they've got are a little bit more shallower inside the Radiant jungle, so they're not getting the early vision.
And that's 3 tier 1 towers without any contest and without any deny as well. So Fnatic, they're doing a really good job taking the objectives here. If they now start pressuring top for a tier 2 there, Anti-Mage will have a hard time getting a tier 1 trade again.
It's always that thing with the Anti-Mage, isn't it? You're like, okay, I got Battle Fury, so all I gotta do is just farm. But unless you want to go like full Eternal Envy style and you find holes in every single defensive line, like you can't farm as an Anti-Mage if you lose control of your own jungle. It becomes a lot riskier for you.
That is very true. That is very true. LGD, they're trying to build up so that they can team fight. They're going for the mech on Tusk, but they still